Who's the boogeyman? Looks just like Dad. Yeah.
Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 2, Episode 53. It is the chapter that will never end. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by 2/3 of the Ontario crew. It's been a few weeks as our schedules have been shit. And that's fine. They'll get a little bit better right before the holidays, and then they'll get shit again because of the holidays. But at least we're able to play D&D tonight. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I took my mother and my wife to a hot pot, and we ate beef and lamb until I didn't want to eat beef or lamb anymore. It happens to be a lot of beef and a lot of lamb. That was
you put away a lot of souls today, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we were putting something like 3 kilograms of meat, something like that. It was expensive, so I felt justified.
Has everyone gotten their money's worth? You're gonna leave. Just about to throw up? We're good.
No. We're feeling good. We had room for bubble tea afterwards.
Nice. I'm heading to a friend's wedding, high school friend. You met him, Adam, William and Charles.
Yeah.
William, the younger guy. Yeah. Tomorrow, it's somewhere close to Montreal. So I'm taking the family. We're going to a hotel. We're gonna spend the night. The kids are super excited. They packed up bags just of like toys and books and like drawing stuff and like little. That was kind of fun because we haven't done anything since COVID, right? So that'll be fun.
Quarter of their little lives.
They've done that. They're like, "Oh, I'm so excited!" Like, yeah, you're gonna go to a hotel. Like, all right, cool, I get it. Let's do this. So we spent a big amount of time today doing fun stuff for them, and they're old enough to watch Predator. So it's a surprise movie they're gonna watch on the way over there. Because it's been like, what are we watching? Like Elmo. Like, no.
And then you're gonna torture them with the Predator sound.
Oh yeah, so my younger kid has always been like scared of like the dark and stuff like that. I'm like my middle one, so I'm like, I finally figured out like what's wrong. When I talked to him, he's like, yeah, I keep thinking there's this bald assassin coming to kill me at night when I'm sleeping. So he's a light sleeper, and because every night I go in and make sure they're covered and like when they're asleep. He might have seen me maybe or thought he saw me when his very tired days, and I think I'm his boogeyman. It's gonna occur to him when he's 20. He's like, it's you.
It'll occur to him when he's 12 and he'll just suddenly get Hadouken into the junk.
Well, I got a good kick out of it. I was like, oh, that's too bad, but that's funny. Yeah, this is what it is, I guess.
Oh, you have to watch out for those bald ninjas.
They're everywhere, especially in southern Canada.
That's funny. Also, southern Canada is funny.
That's a funny word.
I know what you mean.
99% of the population.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But, it's more east-west than it is north-south.
Yeah.
What did I do? What have I been up to? So, last night was a cracking game. I had today off. I've got season tickets, and I brought Neil from the Titans gift game to a game last night.
Yeah, nice.
It was a lot of fun. Drank way too many beers and feeling like shit today, but slept in, which was nice. And then I created like the 4th party that I've created so far for Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Yep. I realized one of my characters wasn't quite like the destruction. One of the characters wasn't a destruction god, so I'm like, let's restart.
This isn't right. So, where's the broken?
Yeah. I replaced my monk sorcerer with a. Let's see what he is. His 20th level build will be Monk Sohei with Alchemist Vivisectionist mixed in, and he's an axe thrower. And I've seen online that by 11th level you can get like 9 axe attacks a round or something like that. So we're gonna have fun with that. With that build.
How does like load and equipment work?
So for the thrown weapons in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous as well as in Pathfinder Kingmaker, basically if you have one thrown weapon and you equip it, you could just keep on throwing that weapon. So it's like every weapon. It's like every weapon has like
the returning.
No, like even more advanced returning because returning happens.
You can throw it multiple times.
Yeah.
And then bows, there's no like
arrow
counts except for special arrows, which I kind of like for a video game.
They didn't have special arrows in the first one, right?
They did, I think. They're kind of blending together, but.
Do you remember Diablo 2?
Mm-hmm.
Where your archer or you do a javelin build or like the throwing barbarian build, the dual javelin throwing barbarian build.
Well,
half of your inventory is just stacks of fucking javelins.
Right.
Fucking stacks of javelins.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just finished creating the party and I'm hacking using a mod so that they're all gestalt. It's fucking ridiculous. I've turned the difficulty to 11,
which satisfies Adam's major like right. First time you should play the game, but the first time. The weird neurotic internal neuron of. But they intended as something. The developers designed you an experience.
Yep.
Just for you.
I'm having fun, so it's good.
So you're having fun.
I might stream a little bit of that party just because I'm starting over again. I keep on getting to the end of chapter 2 or the beginning of chapter 3 and going, I gotta make a new party. So we haven't actually got past chapter 3 yet, which is funny. Anyways,
how many chapters are there?
I don't know, like 6. I'm only a third into the game, and I keep on restarting.
You're playing through the demo repeatedly.
You end up at around 9th or 10th level with several ranks of Mythic by that point, so there's a significant amount of stuff that goes on. But
You're potent.
Yep. Okay. Why don't we do a recap of what happened the last couple of games? I'm going to go back to... War of Words was the one 2 games ago. Under a banner of truce, powerful figures have gathered in the Valley of Lost Mines. The Ghost Lord of the Thorn Waste, the Cloud Giant King Blagothkus of Skyreach, Worm Speaker Resmir of the Chromatic Ascendancy, Queen Shephatiah of the Naga, and a representatives of the Steel Rose Expeditionary League. Barnabas, Cog, and Brennos attend the moot, while the rest of the League members finish clearing out the Wave Echo Caves. King Blagothkus challenges Brennos to a duel that they will have at a later time. Barnabas has an epiphany about the curse and the phylactery of the Ghost Lord, while Sunny spies upon the item using the Farseer of Rhest. The party makes contact with Con Varos, a dragonborn cultist, with a proposal. And they also spoke to Glazhael during that adventure. I think at one point Glazhael landed on the top of the castle and spoke to.
Yep, a little overhang there.
Yeah. Last game was Taste Like Chicken. Queen Shephatiah, the Naga monarch, leads a horde of Medusae, basilisks, and cockatrices into the fortress to confront the Steel Rose Expeditionary League. An all-out melee breaks out in the courtyard of the fortress with mythic power at stake. And the Steel Rose Expeditionary League was victorious, and they greedily committed blood theft, slaying Queen Shephatiah and some of her mythic Medusas.
Some of these adjectives and adverbs that are being used... So, greedily could have been replaced with righteously, and blood theft could be replaced with liberation of power. Consolidation of power.
I think we resume with the party standing around after having committed their blood theft.
Where?
And many of you are still hurt, and I think a lot of the party is low on spells, and your rest period has effectively been interrupted. If you
So the people with rings of
Yeah, some people. Let's take an inventory of who actually got rest and who didn't, because I think
Sure.
almost everybody rested. Almost.
the warriors didn't rest.
Well, it's not about the steel roses. Yeah, exactly. The Northern Expedition is on greed quest.
Gus, what is that?
All right, so yeah, Agony does not have a ring of sustenance, so his rest was interrupted. He's in the interrupted pile.
How many spells does he still have?
He has some.
Okay, so he needs to rest.
This is the
Those
sustenance
are
group?
all sustenance.
Eamon has a sustenance ring?
I believe he does now
Let's take a quick
because
look.
his it was a recent addition to his stack. Yeah, Ring of Sustenance.
How long does it take for those to kick in?
It's
believe-
24 hours.
It might be a week, so it might not be
A
running.
week?
Yep.
Give me a second. I think it's a week.
Some magic items take a time to attune.
Yeah,
I
I
know
thought it was 24
So
hours.
it's a week, a full week.
Yep.
Well,
He might actually be in. Boop.
but how many
It's
spells
been a
does he
very
cast?
busy week.
He does not have arcane spells, though, so he needs to complete his... He
doesn't need to sleep. He just has to pray.
prepare.
Brennos
Yep.
needs to pray. He doesn't need to sleep.
Yep.
Thogrim, do you have a ring of sustenance?
Yeah, Thogrim's rested up. I've got fresh spells. So does Cog. No, Cog just needs prep, right? Which I think he already did.
Slake needs a downtime. How long does it take for you to repair? It's 1 hour?
Oh, his ability damage? Give me a second.
Yeah, his walking around with 4 decks or whatever it is.
Yeah, his 9 ability damage. His recuperating coma, I don't think works right now because he's lost his Forsaker powers.
Okay, so can Cog help him with his healing? If he shuts down, can Cog do some of the healing on him? Although he's because Cog has both, right? He's got healing, like natural healing, and he's got like construct repair. Can he put both together and try to help him?
Slake doesn't want your magic because if he willingly takes
It's
it...
no magic. These are just straight skill rolls.
Oh, yes, you can help him. He is still technically a living construct with a con score, so...
Sorry. Okay, so...
He does not have the Juggernaut power where he's immune to healing magic, but he's not accepting your healing magic. You could play...
It's no healing magic. It's he's pulling out like nuts, bolts, plant-based and stuff like that that'll go into his fleshy parts.
He can
on the
restore
inside.
in his coma, if he wasn't in the current state of dirting himself by using magic, an ability point per hour.
So, without spells, he's going to be...
Well, his AC is not
eating
based off his
dragon
dex.
breath real bad in the morning. Oh, God.
That's fine.
No.
Not his AC is down by 4 or something like that. So
No, it's going to be the breath
Okay, so
weapons.
the problem
It's going to be the codes of acid.
the problem for Slake
I don't care about the AC-40.
the problem for Slake is going to be the reflex saves, but it's also going to be if he takes any other dex damage because
yeah, you'll fall unconscious.
like he's fucked.
Dex damage
Well-
is relatively rare.
Okay, so Agony is the only one that needs to basically restart sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're about 4 hours. Remember the group who was supposed to meet in a 12-hour period? So we're
Yes.
4 hours,
4 hours
into that rest.
So if he rests for 8 hours, we're going to have to rush up that castle.
I think Agony's going to have to.
He's going to have to.
My
he's gonna
pants
have to-
on.
Yeah.
I think that's the way she
Sorry.
goes.
Excuse me.
I think we better bust out a wand and top off some hit points, though.
Okay. Right, so what's the next thing that we're doing?
Well, we know where the phylactery is, and we want to get the phylactery.
We don't know where the phylactery is, but we know who's got it.
We know where the phylactery was.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get the phylactery, right?
So do we try to spy on Resmir? We're going to spy on his little hidey hole.
Well, we just arrive at his hidey hole and smash it in.
We want to go there when he's there. We don't want to go there when he's not.
I have an idea.
That makes sense.
Why don't we?
Unless we get there right before he does.
He's not evil, right? He's not evil anymore.
You tell us where to go, we'll get it from him. You get us to the place, we'll take the trinket.
We could wait for him in his chambers.
I'm not going anywhere. Something's not right.
It's like I can look at some of your damage, try to repair some of it with the pots that we've got. No magic.
You know,
I'll do my best.
Slake seems to be wanting to retreat to the great hall where the Scissorwood's seat is, and where the Scissorwood trees are leeching magic from this world.
And that one poor fairy hiding in the darkness.
That guy had it rough. Oof.
He will be Golem by the time we're done here. Schmiegel.
So sad. So true.
So should we be using the Farseer to keep an eye on that spot?
Oh, if you insist. Sonny, it feels like a really good idea.
Very good idea.
You're using it.
It might not be a very good idea.
Sonny, you're using it quite a bit. Are you sure?
Do you want to give it a try?
Not necessarily.
I am a druid of Volcanica. We do share, you know.
Aye, healing first. Says Amadeus, who's sitting there with 75 damage. Looks like Thulgrim's at 28, Sonny's at 28.
Oh, yes, healing. 1 second.
The battle spells from the Medusa fight are now starting to subside. Okay. You can remove any of the minute per levels.
So this is a very important question, because Thulgrim has very bad ideas.
Perfect. You can put 50 healing on Amadeus over a minute.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Put 25 on Sunny and on Thulgrim over the next minute.
Okay, updated.
Okay.
Are you using any spells? What are you using?
Wands.
Okay, hold on. Cog has wands as well.
Then use your wands.
Eamon's injured and Cog is injured, so...
Oh, Cog is going to use a repair kit. He's not going to...
Okay.
Brennos will get... I guess Brennos will top off Amadeus, and they will 25 on Amadeus and 25 on Eamon.
Wait, we did Cog? Hold on. Oh, this is important.
Whatever, it's fine. The charges are being knocked off. I think
25 on Eamon.
Sunny would have actually got more. Would have got Eamon. Would have prioritized Eamon just as out of principle. But that's fine.
Yeah, no. Cog hasn't rested yet. So how long does Cog need to rest? Or is it just because he doesn't rest, right? Does he need like an hour to prep, or
at morning
in the new day?
In the new day, you need an hour to re-prepare your spells.
So when is the new day?
Like 6
from
hours
now?
away.
So 6 hours away. Okay, so he's gonna have to do his repair kit. He'll try a repair kit.
It's like midnight at this point.
Okay. No, because I wasn't sure how long we have, but that's fine. I'll deal with Cog in a sec. Who else is still injured?
I think
Sunny and Thogrim have 3 damage each. And Cog has 24 damage.
Okay, Cog will heal his own damage. I'll tell you how in a sec. You cure light wounds.
Brennos is going to use a second circle spell to restore his 1 dex damage.
Okay.
Brennos has like no spells left, just in case anybody's wondering.
Repair light damage. Okay, he's gonna use a wand of repair light damage on himself. What is it? It's a D8 plus 5, right? Or sorry, plus 1.
Brennos, what god are you calling out to today?
On this day, I am praying
5 spells.
to Bahamut.
Okay.
He seemed appropriate for the task, and it's been real busy. I'd rather duel the giant with the dwarvish god on my back, but you know what I mean. When the giant duel comes, we'll try. We'll try to get a Huntseath or something going.
Okay, so you guys, you guys are healed. Whoever you said 2 people had like 3 damage.
Yep.
Okay, use the wand. Use 2 charges of a wand for that.
Okay, I'm erasing the remaining. There's just 1 negative level left on Thogrim, and there's that's healed. All right. All right. So, how late are we going to wait? Perhaps I should look now. The greater scrying, I think, is 1 hour per level of spying time. Yeah. So
okay, Sonny, do you have any wands?
Wands of what?
Cure like water, like cure light wounds or curing wand. Like, do you have any?
Yes.
Do you have a cure moderate wounds?
No.
Okay, take a caster level 3, 50 charges, cure moderate wounds. I have one already. I have one. So
okay.
Here, actually, I'll just copy it to your sheet.
Okay.
Okay. Because that makes more sense. I don't need to. Wand of, it's in the bottom of your list. There you go.
All right. So should I be spying upon that doorway? Or do we want to go in the hole? Or is there some other way that we want to interact with the castle? And are we ready to fight dragons and giants? I'm always ready to fight dragons and giants. Just prefer to fight them in the morning.
Sorry. Oh,
Keep in mind that we've got to go back out there to treat with those arseholes.
Fuck.
Probably around shortly after sunup.
Well, that doesn't give us that much time for, Okay, question. Do we need to... I have an idea.
Listening.
Well, we need a phylactery, right? Or do we need something that's close enough to the phylactery to just give us, leverage? We don't need to kill him. We just need the phylactery for the negotiations, yes?
Correct. Yeah, I believe so, yes.
I wouldn't mind killing him. There's a bunch of treasure in the castle.
I think this world can do without this bastard. If we can get rid of him, let's do it.
Who are we talking about killing?
Esmir.
All of them.
All of them.
His gears are grinding a little bit. But
Well, there's a maiden in the castle that needs saving. That's what I was told.
What?
no, there's a dragon in the castle whose hoard we need to take.
Right. It's like a fairy tale. Dragons, maidens, castles, evil knights, towers.
Right.
This
Go
is
and
quite
collect the
the year
treasure.
we're having.
Save princess. Right. Um.
6 months ago, we were pushing a cart through a muddy trail
Being
with a
attacked by
bit of
goblins.
cannonball mold in it.
Thogrim blushes for a bit.
Yeah, aye.
Yeah,
Fucked by a goblin.
we had to save you from goblins.
Shut
I ain't safe shite from a goblin.
I was fine. Stupid cots. Marty.
Okay, Brennos, you kind of hear like a rolling thunder. Maybe the distant sound of a battle.
Just
Oi,
Thogrim?
fancy pants. Do you hear that?
Are you talking to Brennos or Barnabas?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, he says as he was turning around to drink some whiskey out of his flask.
Do you hear the sounds of war?
No, unless I see the aftermath of such.
Yeah, we certainly got the smells of war going on in this room. Sounds of war, not so much.
Yeah, I kind of don't smell anything.
Trust me, buddy, you smell like war. We should be preparing for a fight. There'll be a fight coming.
Well, I'm almost. I've exhausted all my spells. I have some. I still have some potions and wands left over, but and my abilities are almost drained for the day. 8 key points, 3 mythic. I'm running dry. Wait, we haven't. Oh yeah, so hold on. I've already used mythic points. I have 5. Cog is now 2nd level mythic. Right?
Yep.
So do we just get the? Do I have to rest, or do I have to get the bonus too, or?
You get the delta. You get the ones
Okay.
for mythic leveling.
Okay, got it.
So, here's the thing. We've got a couple of options before us. We want to get the phylactery, or at a minimum, we want to make it appear as if we had the phylactery for conversation. So, we can try for the phylactery, and if that doesn't work, we can make a copy.
Well, we're going to have to deal with every single one of the factions that are here.
If only we had a sneak thief. Don't look at me. I mean, legitimately, if only we had a sneak thief.
You're pretty small.
Wasn't going to say anything.
This is my weapon. It's a bit polar. Stealth 33 is pretty good, but there's like no sleight of hand in sight. I'm a sneak. I'm more of a sneak mug you. A sneak mugger. Not so much a sneak thief.
We don't need thieves, says Amadeus. Just get me close enough and I'll wring his neck.
All right. So, I suppose we spy on the spot.
Well, yes, we need the phylactery to make sure the Ghost Lord fucks right off. And then we'll deal with the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not deal with them all on one side, though. You know, we took out Queen Shephatiah.
Yeah, Brennos, they're probably going to have the Ghost Lord pissed right off.
Well, while we're out negotiating with the factions, perhaps Brennos can take out the Cog Giant.
Aye.
All the rest of you are creating mayhem. Or looking around, or he looks to Sunny, seeing how this castle works.
That's a thing we could do. The
What
question
do you mean,
is,
seeing how the castle works? It's an abomination hanging in the sky that needs to come down in fire and brimstone.
there's this
You're
thing
muted,
I
Bahamut.
heard, I remember hearing about tomatoes and tomatoes. Bit of epic magic. Abomination. Two sides of the same coin, I suppose. Fire and brimstone. It's probably protected more than against fire, to be perfectly honest.
When are we fighting that dragon?
Remember, we're not supposed to hurt the well, we're allowed to hurt, just don't kill the frosty one. Are we taking out any more players before the game starts on the morrow? The challenge of Mark not being at the table is there's usually people point to Barnabas on what to do. There's a lot of get told what to do by Barnabas.
Well, we're not going to be able to kill them all, which means that we got to meet with the survivors in the morrow.
Well, are we looking to make
Ahmed,
any more?
you're muted and have been for like the last 5 minutes, so.
Sorry. If we, well, if we take out the little dragon leader, that puts us in a better position. The giant might not be there anymore, but then again, the Dust Lord's definitely going to want to come after us. Because we killed his pet. Looks at Brennos.
Well, aye. But
So we need to get that phylactery one way or another.
I'm fairly certain that that giant, we can talk our way into a duel.
Or we can just say, hey, you don't have to deal with this guy anymore. Take your stuff and leave. And then we just catch up to him later. I mean, later, as soon as they leave.
I'm pretty certain Barnabas can talk my way into a duel with the giant leader.
I think you've done that already.
Yeah, that's very likely to happen.
Giants don't like dwarfs and their dwarfiness very much.
Well,
He probably
dwarves
doesn't.
don't like giants and their giantiness all that
He
much.
probably won't like that sword either, on multiple levels. Didn't giants and dragons fight some epic war a long time ago?
It was messy.
I don't think they like each other.
Giants and dwarves are old races. Dwarves are better than giants. More maneuverable.
Yeah.
I think the last great war that they fought was called the 1,000-Year War. Ended in a stalemate.
Dwarves know a thing or two about wars that end in stalemates. I make my hole, you make yours. I stay in my hole, you stay in yours. An honorable end to a conflict. if the plan is on the morrow, are we? Is the attempt to intercept the Resmir with the to get the phylactery, or are we going to try to somehow get it from him at the thing before
Well, no, we don't want him having any sort of one-uppance on the Ghost Lord. I don't think
No.
facing Resmir, his cult, and the Ghost Lord at the same time would be very good.
I say we need to take it from him in the castle before the meeting time.
What about the mask? Says Agony. Oh, the dragon.
It's all yours.
I don't care about the dragon mask, but you promised it to that other guy.
Well, he can accidentally have a cannon shot to his head.
There's
or we could give him.
Yes, master. Cannon to the head. Just point the direction.
There is nothing accidental about my cannonballs, master.
He winks like he's like more than 30 feet away. He's like, was that a wink, master? I know, Howie, I know.
There are politics there, and there is a connection between, Tiamat and, Volcanica. So I suppose those masks being of magical nature, connection to a god, connection to Volcanica, are natural. I suppose they're supposed to be. I really, as long as the cult is not going too far off the deep end.
I really don't care about the mask unless Agony cares about it. Whether we give it to this upstart black dragon born or not, we'll just run into him again and kill him. Or he'll try to defend the dragon horde and we'll kill him.
Not everything ends in killing, but most things end in killing. But not everything ends in killing. Sometimes we make friends.
Depends who's negotiating. Wouldn't you agree?
We found this place. It's important. We haven't finished plumbing its secrets yet. And we're not going to share it with any of the assholes that are here in the valley.
I'm fairly certain this place.
Yeah.
Not this place. Across the way. There's something in my blood that tells me it's mine.
All right. Pretty sure something in my blood tells me it's mine as well.
Want to fight you about it?
All right. Well, standing around here slackjawing isn't going to get us anywhere. Sonny, why don't you keep an eye out in Resmir's chamber with the Farseer?
You should be counting not how many spells, how many hours are used.
No. Single uses is one use. What about it?
That's fine.
How many hours have you watched the TV? All right. So Sonny is going to. Let's just see. What did he cast? He cast a 5th circle wizard spell, and we are resting here for a short period, yes?
No, how long? The thing is to catch him while he's resting.
I'll need to prepare at sunrise. I need 6 more hours. 5 hours, 53 minutes, and 28 seconds.
The problem is I can only see the doorway, so I can tell you when he's entered or when he's left, not when he's resting.
Then why don't you do this? Check the doorway. When he enters, recast a spell on him. Or perhaps his room is protected.
I can cast a spell on him directly. It's just...
It's easier when you're already looking at him.
It's his will. Overcoming his will is not important if I'm casting it at the point in space. Yeah.
How long do those little bugs of yours last, Widget? Can you send one and you spy upon one of
that's
them and
right.
send them up?
Widget's buds are still spying at this point.
They take I think it's 6 hours.
Right. So spy on one of those bugs and have them in the room and have it fly around. There you go. Thogrim is, by the way, taking parts of the corpses that are here. Like the large Naga.
So they take 1d6 hours to scout the location. So, plus their travel time there and back. But
So it's
thinking
soon.
at the last time was assassinate Rosemary to get the phylactery from the Black Dragon to get him to ride. Yeah.
might not be wise for a red dragonborn to put on the wrong color. There, it might be true.
It's not my character.
That's also true.
I've been screwed so many times over. I'll grab this sword and go into a fight with it.
So we're now at the point where the option of like using a recuperation power to repair your spells to then prepare the spell you want, as opposed to casting. I'm using a mythic point to get the spell you want out.
Yeah. Spend the hour to refresh.
So I think we're going to do that.
You're going to do recuperation?
Yeah.
Who's doing it? Sunny?
Sunny will do a recuperation to get the a scrying, because he didn't prepare a scrying.
And is Widget doing the recuperation as well?
Any long-lasting spells you can cast on us, like 24-hour spells.
Widget. So here, Widget is not going to. I think Widget's okay. I don't think he needs to cast a recuperation.
Recuperation. It's a third-tier mythic ability where you spend a mythic point and you rest for 1 hour, and it's as if you've rested for a day, and you get all your spells and abilities back, except for that one mythic point.
So,
just for anyone who didn't know.
Brennos could recuperate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Brennos could go. Sunny could go. But I was saying for Sunny or Brennos, if they're gonna do that, whoever's gonna recuperate, do you have any long-lasting spells that you can put up?
So Sunny can give. Sunny can give everybody. Not everybody can give a large number of people long-lasting buffs.
Do that. Then use your ability.
Alden's helping me min-max my character. All right.
Hey man, Lemmy used to do that shit all the time.
Sunny is going to cast upon his person a sea invisibility.
Okay.
The sea invisibility will last for 24 hours.
Because it lasts over an hour, right? It
lasts over 10 minutes per caster level.
Yeah.
Cast level or more. So now Sunny has a 24-hour sea invisibility.
Nice.
That's awesome.
All right. Now, who wants a freedom of movement or a resistance? Now, it doesn't apply to mass resistances, and it has to be a single target spell. So, like the delay whatever mass or resist mass doesn't work. So,
fuck it, I want to resist acid.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want resist acids. There's also a white dragon flying around.
Oh shit, I resist cold.
All right. And does anybody want or care for a freedom of movement? Being the other one that you can do this way. That's like super good.
Barnabas wants the freedom of movement because he doesn't want to be without powers when he goes to the moot.
Cool. All right, so
24-hour freedom of movement.
It'd be a 24-hour freedom of movement.
Nice.
Sunny will.
That power is going to be used so many times.
Yes,
you should probably make a list of spells that.
I'm probably going to highlight them in a different color for the ones that actually this works for.
Yep.
That's what Lemmy was doing.
So we're going to use a mnemonic enhancer. To prepare a resist. Do you want resist or protection?
Oh, protection's better, but that's going to give us 1 or 2 shots.
I think you want protection.
Protections is better.
He was
Yeah.
one-shotting us.
Yeah. He was doing a ton of damage. He was doing agony level damage with those spells. I'll give him 1 for the head.
He might have leveled since we last interacted with him. I know we have.
Oh,
so who's getting what resist?
So Sunny is using a mnemonic enhancer to prepare a protection from energy. And the protection from energy, he will be able to, with his pearls of power, which will also refresh when he does his sleepy thing. Yeah, he can cast 5 of these. Okay. So, who all wants one?
Agony wants one.
Agony wants one.
Thorgrim wants one. If there's enough, Cog will take one, but
how many hit
he's
points?
Got a.
I think it's 120.
Max is 120.
I think Cog will get one.
Nice.
Amadeus will get one.
Okay, I put it on Cog, put it on Amadeus.
Does he put one on the Shadowcaster?
Who's left? How many do you have and who's left?
I've got. Wait a second. Let's see if I have another one in the tank. Who's left? Brennos, Widget, and Eamon.
Brennos, Widget, Eamon.
Barnabas.
How about Sunny?
Barnabas can't. Barnabas took freedom of movement.
Okay.
You only get one.
What about Sunny?
Sunny put a see invisibility on because he's going to be spying on the thing.
Okay, so how many do you have left? You said.
I've got 1 left before I have to do another trick to get more. This trick has 1 left.
Then you can do it and just do it again. Okay, so why don't you give it to the one who's most likely to fight, which would be Brennos, just in case. Rest, then give it to Amadeus, and then Widget.
Amadeus already has it.
So Brennos, Widget, and who else?
It's Eamon and
Eamon.
Yeah.
So Brennos, Eamon, and Widget. That would be the order I would use. He was kind of there first.
All right. Okay, so that was some Pearls of Power and a 4th Circle Wizard spell. Is Eamon going to be there with? So is Eamon going to the moot or no?
Oh, we probably have only the same people that went last time.
Who went to the moot? That was
Sunny, Barnabas, and
I don't think Sunny.
Oh, sorry, no, it was Cog, Brennos, and Barnabas.
Okay. Cog is, I think we're, instead of giving Cog protection from acid, we're going to give Cog a magic circle against evil. Just in case somebody gets, dominated during the moot. So we'll put the, here, I'll switch this up. Or if you could, protection from acid 24 hours, replace that with a magic circle against evil.
Yeah.
And we will, Widget, we'll put the protection from acid on Eamon.
Okay. At this point in time, Widget's strange bugs are returning.
Okay.
To give him mental images of the building and not creatures, right?
Yeah, no creatures. It's building, and I get a bonus on the certain rolls while in the building.
Okay. So if you want to move over to the Skyreach Castle, Widget, these strange, buggy-eyed, almost like locust grasshoppers kind of appear before you, and then they begin scanning the images into your eyes. All of them did survive.
Cool.
to report. They have perception checks, right?
They have perception equal to 5 plus half your caster level.
And how many bugs did you create?
This is a divination spell, so I would have created 3 bugs.
Okay, you want to give me 9 perception checks, please?
Okay. 9. Okay, so 9 by 1d20 plus.
Sorry.
Plus 12. 20, 26, 26, 25, 26, 14, 23, 19, 29.
Okay. Ahmed, I don't know what you're doing. Could you mute while you're...
Oh, sorry. I thought I muted. My bad.
All right.
Yeah,
So here's
I made a point to
here's
do it.
the general layout of Skyreach Castle from a top-down view. You had concentrated them on the central tower, which is almost 300 feet in diameter.
Oh my.
All right. So on the on the main floor, I'm going to start to reveal things. And you guys can... What was the first 3?
The first 3 were 20, 26, 26.
Okay. Those
my bugs roll like bosses.
the perception checks were good enough to discover the staircase that leads up in this area.
Where are you drawing?
So,
Oh, there you draw. Oh, okay.
So for us, or for me, it's just blue, right?
Yeah.
Is there a background image in this?
Yep, it's a big one.
Okay.
Oh,
so
all I see is a blue, just a blue.
It might be loading, but as long as the stream sees it.
Oh yeah, actually, let's check the stream. Oh, sweet. Yeah, stream sees it really nice.
I'm gonna move over to the stream to watch.
Yeah, same.
Because before, when you were going through the thing, we're like, you're just moving through a sea of blue.
There's a series of the map is super big, so it might take some time to load. There's a series of bedrooms, and my pointer isn't working. Oh, give me a second. There we go. There's some very large doors that lead into 3 separate chambers, one of which in a back chamber has a staircase that leads up. So I'm going to go to the second floor.
Okay.
Okay.
The second floor, those buildings are kind of like on the edge of the big tower structure, and you find out their roofs, and then that staircase continues up into the tower.
Okay.
It continues into the second floor. And then arrives in a chamber in the 3rd floor.
The whole last session, there was a picture behind the thing we didn't know.
I know, right? I was like, wow, okay, this is very abstract, but I'm cool with it.
Arrives into the 3rd floor. It's then your bugs begin to enter a chamber with a very large crystal that glows blue. And they easily explore the chambers inside this tower.
Ooh.
Now, how do they get to the 4th floor? Oh, there's a stairwell. They go up the stairwell to the 4th floor, where you guys were hanging out. Where actually you traveled up this 4th floor area. You can see the crystal down below.
Mm-hmm.
Do they get sounds, or is it just description?
What language do your buck speak? Sorry, one sec.
Defenses, alarms, structural things.
Okay. So there's a bunch of statues.
So no information about guardians, no conversations can be overheard.
Okay. When they approached the thing, this series of runes in the center, one of the bugs reported feeling very cold and backed off before it was destroyed. This fourth floor is full of chambers. The doors are huge. This is construction for huge creatures, as well as large creatures. It seems to be living quarters, perhaps, for cloud giants and maybe the smaller stone giants that dwell in the castle. That circular staircase does go up. Sorry, I need to move creatures out of the way.
Yep.
I created a dungeon, yeah. I put all the monsters in it, yeah. Now I gotta move all the monsters out of the dungeon.
Now show me the dungeon,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
without the monsters.
Right. This one looks a little bit more. This level 5 looks a little more splendorous than the levels below. This is the doorway where you guys had lingered for a while, where I think you spied upon Varos and the griffin and the princess, as you're calling her.
She's a princess.
Yep.
That's the word they gave her.
Yep.
They called her a princess.
Yep.
I use the word damsel.
This tower goes up to a 6th level. This chamber inside the 6th level, however, your little bugs were not able to penetrate this area.
Okay.
They saw an obvious ward on the door. So the 6th tower is right here. So, magical ward. Like some sort of obvious trap that was protecting the entry to that room. Is there a 7th? Or does it just go outside? I think that would just lead to the outside. What was the last perception check that you made?
29.
Okay. They came across a curiosity. If we go back to the 2nd floor, they did squirm around on the outside of the outside or the 1st floor, on the outside of the tower. They were able to breach into an area that was only accessible by the walls. Which was separate from the stairwell that they had gone up originally. This stairwell does go up. And leads to this set of rooms on the 3rd level. There seems to be a lot of stuff and containers and things on this level. The stairwell stops, but it also descends. But it descends to an area that the bugs are giving you mental images of, like it's been not quite bricked up, but it's been closed up and sealed with magic. Like stone.
Yeah.
A stone area. So there's something beneath that 1st level that the stairs descend into. So they go up, but how would they go down? Oh, I guess the down is underneath the other part. So there's a bricked up, like, passage. Kind of in the back wall of the stairs. Like, it may also have had something here or somewhere, but... What else? I think that's all the bugs, because they were concentrating on one set of buildings, and we said because of the scale, they were able to uncover.
It's a real big castle.
Yep.
Now, from that, did I get a sense of, from an exterior face, how to get without a teleport, get through to like the path that we watched through the scrying?
Okay,
Like,
so
did those paths intersect?
Yeah, relative to the path of the scrying. So you started scrying here. And then he went down the spiral staircases to the 4th floor. He then walked across this bridge and went down into this tower, which then led to the 3rd floor, where he walked down another embattlement and ended up in a room with a bunch of smaller doors in it.
Right.
And he pointed at Resmir's room being here.
Right.
He also said, "Don't go into this room. That's mine." Basically.
Yeah. Don't steal my shit.
Yeah. So you know where that tower is relative to the rest of the tower.
Right.
It's on the 3rd floor, and it's kind of like somewhere in. If you look at the upper, it's somewhere in this little blue-topped embattlement.
Yeah. So we know basically how we could fly into the castle if we wanted to.
Yes.
Perfect.
And then if you recall, I think you were also scrying on the under part of the castle.
Yes. Yeah, that like, he came in through the under part originally. Like, he flew in through that loading bay.
Yep, this is in the underbelly of the castle. Think of the castle as sitting on top of an iceberg of stone or ice. And there is you suspect the dragon horde is all being kept down here.
Yes. So, all right. So it's a complex. It's complex in there, with multiple traps and places where giants would probably be a couple of dead ends. I don't know if
your bugs, after they beam the information into your eyes, basically curl up, die, and turn into a bunch of shadow stuff. What kind of twitching is there?
Lived a good life. 3 hours. Did what he was told.
Shadow mayflies.
All right. So, yeah, that's do we? Are we certain? Yes.
Certain about what, Sonny?
Well, are we going to attempt to raid the castle before the meet in the morrow?
If you're going to do that, you should be quiet. Don't want everyone ganging up on us. But yeah, we need to get that phylactery. Preferably before the moot. I'll leave it to you to figure out how. Walking back to the rope trick.
Who was he looking at when he said, "We'll leave it to you to figure out how"?
I guess she wasn't looking at anyone in particular.
Oh, okay, no delegation.
Just
You get done, you fucking fuckers.
He's gonna return to his sleeping bag, and Eamon's just gonna keep watch at the bottom of the.
All right, so everybody's gonna get a pass without trace. Who's not in the sleeping bags, basically, and it's not Slake. Because we got this whole, like, just dump your spell load and re-prepare your spells. It's so gross. Let's do it. Silly. If we're gonna go steal stuff, this is the right way to do it. Alright.
Okay, I got it on mostly everyone. Are you putting one on Howie?
Sure. Why not? There we go, buddy. Alright. Now...
Slake is actually going to post guard at the door.
Alright, so if we are going to... do we think that we can just teleport into that place and, you know, cause a mess? Or do we think it's got protections? It's a big castle. They might have protections, they might not. I mean...
They can't have protected the entire thing, can they?
It would be somewhat impractical. It would be hard to mount a defense in that location. If, you know, you'd run from one side to the other because you were boarded. It should be fine. Famous last words.
It'll be fine.
All right, so Sunny's cast a bunch of spells. Widget got his update from his spying bugs. What's the plan now? Should we go about invisibly? Should we make ourselves look like something else?
I'm pretty certain we should make ourselves look like something else. Perhaps on top of going invisibly.
Are you going to set up that Farseer thing?
That's a good question.
I can set it up for you, but
I'll need to rest first. I'd also think I should probably rest before you go.
Okay, so you guys are going to use a mythic point to recuperate?
I think, looking at what Brennos has, like, no judgments left. He's got lots of rage, lots of mythic points, no spells.
Got it. So Sunny and Brennos go up into one of the rope tricks to get an hour nap, basically, to recuperate.
Alright.
The Farseer of Rhest is all set up, waiting for Sunny.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to re-prepare the spell selection. I'm going to put in a greater scrying. Potentially 2 of them. And while we're on it, we might as well just always have one prepared. I don't know. It sounds like one of those friggin'...
While this discussion, or some of it was going on, Thogrim's been collecting parts of the deceased enemies.
Okay.
Thogrim would think it would be... I've marked the body parts under his treasure. Thogrim thinks it would be interesting to have some simulacra of, I don't know, like Queen Chapataya, maybe. A couple of, Medusas. Interesting.
All All right. Sounds like you've got components for future experimentation.
Uh-huh.
The one danger, Thogrim, you've had a good spellcraft, right?
Yeah.
Some of
Double
these monsters may or may not be too powerful for you to recreate with a simulacra because they are monster hit dice. They're not. They're some of them were mixtures of monster plus character level, but you think that Queen Shephatiah may be too powerful for you to replicate.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, but I mean the basilisks,
Yeah,
or the Draco liches.
the Dracoliches.
Draco, the
The Dracolisks were
Gracolisks, sorry.
mythic. The greater basilisks were not. So it will really depend on how powerful their racial monster hit dice are.
Yeah, so I basically started grabbing samples so we could.
And you've got craft alchemy.
Yeah.
Because you are grabbing samples from creatures whose blood can turn you to stone.
Craft alchemy plus 33.
Okay, so you are adept at taking samples from things. Just give me a d20 though. On a 1, something happened.
Freaking 20!
Nice.
Something better happened.
Nice. No,
you collected samples.
You collected the right samples for the job. Yep.
It'd be really funny if I woke up and Thogrim was a rock and be like, "You stupid asshole."
Okay. Is there anything else happening while Brennos and Sunny are taking an hour?
We're killing dragons. We're killing evil dragons, and we're potentially killing giants. I think this evening we're still fighting the name of Bahamut, and then we rest after the raid again to get the proper spell. Then with our normal rest, then we'll switch up the god to like Hunseath or Moradin or something to go fight a giant.
Okay.
All right. I don't think so.
All right, an hour goes by. I believe that means Sunny and Brennos act like they've rested.
Yep.
Do they also now need to spend an hour preparing their spells? Like, is this a 2-hour thing, or?
I don't believe so. It's you restore your hit points after 8 hours. Okay. In addition, by expending 1 use of mythic power and resting for 1 hour, you regain a number of hit points equal to half your full hit points, and regain the use of any class features that are limited to a certain number of uses per day. Rage power, blah blah blah, spells per day, so on. This is treated as 8 hours of sleep for such abilities. The rest doesn't refresh any mythic abilities that are limited to number of uses per day.
Okay,
so
you just get them. Nice. Mythic tier 3 is awesome. Got it. All right, so our looking like bosses, Sunny and Brennos come down. Brennos, do you want to subtract 3 from law or good, as Bahamut has blessed the silver blade for this day's fighting. For the next 24 hours, actually subtract 5 points. For the next 24 hours, the silver blade of Bahamut is considered Bane Giant.
Oh. All right. Don't mind me burning up those good points, but
A warning came, however, in your hour of reverie, as Brennos watched an ancient battle whom Barnabas made reference to right before your rest. The 1,000-year war was a war between giants and dragons of all colors. And the warning is something to the effect of, should this happen again, it may not be stalemate.
When they say colors, they include like hues, or whatever the hell you call them, metallics, right?
Yeah, metallics and chromatics were a part of the war. In fact, in your vision, it was hard to tell the difference between the chromatics and the metallics.
Oh, that's not good.
At the end, though, when there are flights of dragons flying around and no giants to be seen, you were standing there watching the skies. And the blessing basically, means if there are no giants, then
There's
it will
no war.
No, then those lesser races will have to act like them.
Oh God.
Curious that he would both bless your blade against giants but also want there to be some sort of balance.
Be the first dwarven giant
dragon when I need it. I think it's yep.
If you kill a giant king, do you become the king of giants?
I don't know if they follow Conan rules.
Conan rules or
It's freaking necromongers.
yeah. Keep what you kill. Yeah.
You keep what you kill. I want it.
All right. All right. So, who's all going up on the phylactery raid?
I believe I am. Of course we are, sir.
As many as you casters can take, says Amadeus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that means I get my domain powers back. Oh! All right, sorry.
Oh, don't bring everyone, because you got to all come back.
Down is easier than up.
And someone's got to guard this place. You know that Barnabas means his ass.
This, you mean the place between the left and the right cheek? So
at this point, it's like 1 or 2 in the morning.
I'm good. Brennos declares. So I'm good.
Barnabas, I'll stay with you here. Says Cog.
Widget or Sunny both have in fact all the teleporters have seen the locations.
Cog, as long as you come back, you're easy to teleport around than Thogrim and his giant cannon. His giant cannon doesn't scream sneaky either.
It can, Harry can fly,
It's still a fucking cannon. It makes loud noises when you're in combat. Cog doesn't.
Fine.
You can set up over
back
there.
you up.
You can set up over there with Slick and guard the door.
Fine. That's fine, Harry. They fear your power.
Power to rupture an eardrum.
Power is power.
Now, I believe I should be going, although giants. I should be going. Widget is just kind of like, hey, Amadeus, the group that's going is down there. Why don't you just sort of waddle your doodle over there? There we go.
All right, so I was away for like a good 5-10 minutes. What's the plan up there? Stealth? Tell a gank and get our stuff? Tell it get the phylactery?
That's kind of the concept, yeah.
Okay, cool. Still going with the good old
the only but goodie. Old reliable.
Still works.
All right. So Sunny will cast a protection from acid on Widget.
Okay.
So we're gonna teleport up there.
Sunny's. So you want I should watch them from here in case they need backup?
Oh, sounds like a good idea.
Pick someone. Pick one of us and watch them.
Oh, one moment. He's going to go and touch everyone to reestablish the stupid link, because when he does that prep thing, he has to
redo it.
Yep.
Your life force, and your life force, and your life force, and your life force, and where's your... Does it have a life force? Do you want to be connected with you or with Howie?
Me, Sonny.
All right. I need a better circlet if you want me to connect with Howie.
We can talk about that. It's going to be 100,000 gold pieces, you bastard.
I'm certain my share's worth at least that much. But the Druid of Volcanica, you know. All right, we've reestablished links to the party. Sunny is going to...
Alright. Agony's going to cast Shield and See Invis.
Should I be spying on the spot or just spying on them directly? When
spy on one of them. One of us.
Are you able to move the sensor? Or is it like fixed at a location?
Fixed on location.
It's fixed, so pick somebody.
The thing is, when they teleport, I think it... Does the sensor keep up when they teleport? Something that I've never properly understood.
I don't think so, because it has a movement speed.
It has a movement speed, so I think it just, like...
Alex,
tries. It'll be a while.
Cog tells you I'll accept
sensor speed is 150 feet per round.
Right, so if they teleport, it's going to go on a journey.
Yep.
We've never done the, going on the epic journey and using, geography checks. Where the hell is this? There's trees and a donut shop.
So you could scry on them after they teleport there.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
All right, so...
where's the list of the people going? These 5 guys?
It's these 5.
These 5 guys, right?
Yep. Let me just get some... So, Brennos' mythic heroism is still operational for, I think 20 more minutes.
Okay.
Which is nice, because mythic points are still a thing. We are going to cast a...
Thogrim doesn't have much in the tank for this.
This is one of those, this is, yeah, it's one of those. I think we're going to cast a Keen Edge and a Communal Resist Energy Cold 30. Just in case.
He gives he doesn't know if Altagar has any. Sorry, Fox said something, mentioned Altagar, who's brought me back. Amadeus. I don't know if Amadeus has any true strike potions, but he'd give him some if he doesn't, because dragons might be a little hard to grab, or giants as well.
Yeah, alright.
Does he have potion of true strike? He doesn't have any. He gets 2 from Thogrim. So 2 potions of 2 strike. You get there's 2 resist energies I can put out.
This is Thogrim.
Yeah. I'm trying to use up my spells so I can give you guys a hand.
Well, you rested.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta rest again until tomorrow. You're
Yeah,
coming
these are
back.
my potions. These are my potions. I never use these potions. So he'll
Okay.
give out two resist energy and 1 protection from energy.
Okay, put them on the sheets of that. Agony doesn't need those. He's got spells. Amadeus will take as many potions as you give him, as he's not a caster.
Amadeus.
All right, what now? You guys have cast a few spells. Sunny, you're hopping 1 foot to the other, excited to use the Farseer of Rest because it sounds like a good idea.
Have I ever mentioned? All right. Come on. You're so wise. How did you get addicted to drugs? How did you get addicted to hardcore drugs? You're smart and successful and just smoke crack on the weekends. You try it one time you smoked crack and you're like, hey, crack. It's a good idea. All right. Brennos. All right, so he cast a comprehend languages. He's going to cast a see invisibility. He casted a keen see invisibility. Wait, now if we need to be really, Widget is going to cast a well, how's the best way to do this? Do we want to rock like the invisibility sphere approach, or do we want to rock a I think we're just going to go for a it's not called a Marty. It's not weird. It's the other one.
Veil.
Veil. Yes. I don't want to cast weird on us. That would be a very different game. Yeah, we're going to cast a veil on us. This will be through a mythic point because I don't actually have it on my spell list. And Widget is going to make the group look like all right, so we're gonna look like, so there was the lady who was working for the dragon worshiper who was working for the Ghost Lord.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to look like we're going to have, I don't know, we're going to look like her, and we're going to look like some of Resmir's jabronis, and
So like various half dragons and dragonborn is basically what you're saying.
Right,
Okay.
but we're going to look
What
explicitly
about the
like
cult leaders?
explicitly like the woman, and we're going to have Agony Coles look explicitly like Resmir.
Can you pick specific individuals?
I certainly can. I have to make a disguise check to depict the appearance of a individual.
Agony looks like Resmir.
Agony looks like Resmir.
And then who looks like the
Brennos is going to look like
okay, so the half dragon woman.
Dragon woman.
You think she was a half green dragon?
Yeah. What they look like.
Yeah, I'm just putting it on there on the tokens, and then Amadeus just looks like a
is going to look like a normal cultist.
Occultist, okay. Surprise.
Surprise! And well, the people that can do some sort of talking.
Cog is occultist.
Cog is a cultist.
Okay.
And Widget will be a. Did they have any of those winged kobolds up there?
You don't know, but
We're gonna be a winged kobold with a cult robe on. Like
okay.
that. And I will make the disguise check for how good we look like, particularly the people who look like explicitly the specific peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I have a plus 28 on the roll. Is that correct? That is not correct. I have a plus 30 on the roll. Because I am the sexy. So 50.
Nice.
It's fucking Resmir, and it's the lady I don't even know her name. It's Mrs. Don't know her name.
Okay. So you have a look at your illusion, and you're like, yeah, this is gonna work.
They look, feel, and smell like the individuals.
Of course,
Brennos, you smell pretty.
Agony also.
According to who, though?
There's also going to be a +2 for Agony's disguise because he's wearing Resmir's purple robes.
Perfect.
Resmir's ceremonial robes, the wear in purple cult leader robes that give natural armor and parry up versus poison. This is a +2.
So are you or shall I?
Who are you talking
He's
to?
He's looking at Agony.
I haven't seen the place.
All right then. Hopefully we don't miss.
Before you go, you hear Thorgrim say, "I know how that feels."
All right. Before we teleport, Agony is going to use 2 Eldritch points to put +2 on his weapon, making it a +4 weapon. Or does he get a
Cog,
does he get a +3?
Cog read it as mutagen and is drinking it now.
Oh, he gets a +3. He is now got a +5 weapon, and that lasts because of his Magus Arcana Enduring Blade for a minute per level. So. Minute per Magus level, which is 11 minutes. All right, Widget, you are teleporting or greater teleporting to which spot in the castle?
I am teleporting to the location where the bugs and the people intersected. So I think it's that 4th floor area. Because I've seen it more, and then I get a reroll on a check if I fail from the.
Okay, and you have enough to bring 4 people.
Yeah, I say yes. Really, yeah. Widget's caster level for normal casting is 15, so he can bring 5. He's got big boy caster level.
All right. I am now on the 4th floor area. There is a open walkway between the two big towers, the central tower and the one with people in it. And then you descend down these steps to go into this battlement hallway that leads to the series of bedrooms made for medium-sized creatures, or rooms for medium-sized creatures.
Yeah. Marty.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to get really clunky. How much memory do you dedicate to map tools?
Like 2 gigs?
Okay, that's how much I dedicate as well. Because this map fails to load in for us.
Okay, did you try restarting map tool?
It's never loaded for us.
Sure, but I'll restart map tool
Yeah,
for
same.
fun.
Okay, yeah.
But and I'll expand the memory for it.
Yeah.
But it goes through the loading and then it craps the bed on the loading.
Oh, because this map is so big. I'm using 1.2 gigs right now of memory.
All right, so let's.
Yeah,
I'd like to see the map because otherwise there's like blue and it's like I'm missing.
I can't really tell what's going on. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Well, go look at the.
It's a cool map. I want the map to work, man.
Accessibility. Where is that setting for amount of rhyme?
All right, let's see. So you use 2048, right?
Oh, you closed the app. Okay.
I closed the app. I'm loading it again.
Yeah.
I use 2048 and on the lower number is 1024 and then 4 are the 3 numbers that I plugged in there.
Okay.
All right, let's see what happens.
I don't know if I have enough RAM for this.
Well,
Check my IP address.
I want the map to work.
Yep.
That whole last session was just we were blue and I thought it was just blue.
Yeah. I know.
It was very like, well, I guess it's blue.
What's it called? He's really specific about where that door is. That.
It works. Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Yep.
Oh, get on my level, son. Oh.
All right, so 4th floor is here. 3rd floor is where actually the rooms are. So I moved your tokens. I'm not sure where you're teleporting to.
4th floor is here. There's where the rooms are. Okay, we're going to teleport to here, or to like this stairwell.
Okay.
Just because the bug saw that and we saw it twice basically. We didn't just see it one time.
Yeah, it's actually. Is it a big stair? Yeah, it might be a stair that leads down. Okay, and this is a regular teleport?
This is a regular teleport.
Give me percentiles, and I think you get a bonus or rerolls or something because you.
I get a reroll if I make a booby.
Okay, so yeah, you teleport to here in the middle of the night. So you arrive on the stairs. I'm gonna say there's a 1 in 3 chance there's a cloud giant or giants that are. Middle of the night, they're in a good spot. I'm going to say there's a 1 in 4 chance that there's a giant or something that is actually in this corridor when you teleport. Nope. Yeah, the coast is clear when you arrive.
All right. I think they arrived.
You can hear like footsteps. Like cloud giants are 18 feet tall, thousands of pounds. Like you could hear moving. You also hear this strange sound that sounds like echoing whale song coming from really deep inside the castle. I wonder if we could find a YouTube channel or a YouTube clip of just 6
whale
hours
song.
of whale song.
With the map, this is so much better.
I'm trying to get my damn map tools working, man.
It doesn't. The song of whatever that great beast is doesn't seem to be like. It's actually kind of relaxing.
Is it a language?
Who is
As in-
asking?
Brennos has comprehend languages up. Is it a voice saying "Save me"?
No, it's a voice saying. It's slowly singing a song. Something about over the winds and the waves. They are crashing. Over the mountains. It's a language.
You know what? I get 50-50. There's some sort of horrible aberration in a tube up there.
Cog looks at you. It's like, we'll deal with that later.
Okay, yeah, you can hear some crunching, like.
Okay, we're gonna.
The castle, you can see a little bit more. You're on the 4th floor. So you guys are going downstairs in embattlements that... give me a moment. 5th, 6th floor. Yeah, the stairs are open to the elements. So your little group appears, and you can see to the
Look at the
north.
size of that fucking thing.
Adam, how did you get? Did you just restart? Sorry, did you just restart map tools to get that option back? Because it's not coming up for me.
You need the map. You have to open the map tool launcher, not a map tool. When it starts, there's two options: load map, launch map tool, or map tool launcher. You get the map tool launcher, then you select the memory. You have to type it in.
I'll look for it. Sorry, go ahead, Marty.
All right, so you see, it is in the middle of the night. There is some starlight and a little bit of cloud cover. This place seems to be like it exudes a bit of cold.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna head. We're gonna start heading towards the Resmir's door because we're Resmir and his friends.
You descend down these steps. I'm going to move you over to the 3rd floor. Oops. As not the DM, as the DM, I can move you through the darkness.
And just to refresh my memory, does Resmir have the phylactery, or does the other guy have the phylactery, but he wants to trade it for Resmir's mask?
The other guy has the phylactery. He wants to trade it for Resmir's mask.
All right, so we're going to go kill that guy and take the phylactery. So at this point, Sunny's going to be casting a scry upon the weakest wield of his ally.
Okay, and who is that? You enter into like a tower. It does have a gate. The gate has a key on it, and you notice that there are some supplies in some like frost-covered boxes in this room. You can hear maybe the sound of bears down below. Something like
puppies for the giants.
some grumpy bears maybe might be moving around, kind of to the north here.
I think Agony is the weakest willed.
Okay.
And I have a bit of Agony. So don't roll good.
Oh, will save?
Yes.
From Agony. What's the penalty, or are you just going to add it to
Actually, Sonny's going to use a round of I'm casting my
that's beautiful!
I will synchronize it with the telepathic connection of I am casting my scry upon you.
Okay, you get this begrudging, like Agony doesn't like it, but he lowers his defenses and willingly fails the saving throw. However, Sonny, when you're using the artifact and you are a mythic being, when you make contact with Agony, there's also a flash of something else kind of awoke. Like there was like a sleepy dragon eye that kind of opened towards you, and its iris kind of focused in on you. You can give me a knowledge religion or a knowledge.
Did we just wake up Cronepsis? Is it religion you want?
Religion or planes?
They're the same number for me. Fox, why don't you just kill them both? Yeah, it's not off the table. Ugh, 24. Oh god, there's a dragon eye in my dreams.
There was this flash of a dragon eye, like when you scried upon Agony, some sort of entity noticed that you were scrying
spying
upon
on their toy,
and the you got the sense that its eye couldn't quite see you.
Because you're Sunny.
Sonny, you caught the brief smell of brimstone in your nose as you were scrying upon Agony.
All right. Sonny will then cast a message spell through the through the scrying sensor. Someone's got a secret admirer.
Hey, Adam, if we're all touching, you can teleport us all back, can't you? If you cast teleport.
You mean Sunny's teleport?
Sunny, yeah.
It affects
You know
creature.
that
I don't
yeah,
know if it. I don't know if it works that way.
because teleport.
Okay, you guys go off to the side. There are like holes in the iron gate, so like you don't see any creatures in the hallway. You can hear bears. The whale song is still sort of reverberating through this thing. You can hear the footfalls of giants like on towers nearby, and like the castle does have a lot of denizens in it. So far, you have gone undetected. You kind of go off to the side. There is a big lock on the gate.
Okay. How big of a lock are we talking here?
It looks like it's a lock. Like it might actually be simple to pop because it looks like it's a lock made for large creatures.
Okay.
You can stick our arm inside and just.
I think Widget is just going to cast a knock spell and be done with it.
Okay. Yep. It was only a single lock, and the knock spell. You have to make a roll, I think, or is it because it's not?
It does do an unlock check.
Okay.
It does, and it will undo 2 things barring closure.
Okay.
A caster level check against the DC of the lock with a +10 bonus. So Widget's caster level for a lock spell, it's transmutation, which I think gives me a poo-poo penalty. Yep, I have a poo-poo penalty on my transmutation spell. So I have a 14. 36.
Okay, yeah, it beats the DC of 30. It was a good lock for its size, and so you're not the sneak thief, says Agony. The door opens.
Well, I'm pretty certain I'm the little kobold guy who's, your liege, my lieges.
Okay. So the group begins to move down this hallway.
Yep.
Cultists in tow. This stairwell leads down into the courtyard. And the courtyard is rather big. And gives you a brief view of, like, the castle.
Oh, you could play football out there.
It's a big place.
A big place.
You can, I don't know if you're stopping to gawk, but you do see that there are giants on patrol inside the battlements. They're stone giants as well as the odd...
Marty, I don't want to fight dragons out here in this... Oh, this is not where I want to fight a dragon. I've considered it, and this is not the location for dragon fighting.
Got it.
We want a ceiling and some walls.
Constrained towers and...
Exactly. All right. So
All right,
we're
so
gonna go
you
into
can-
like a place with a roof.
Okay.
Widget is going to cast a detect magic so that he can see if there's any sort of magical shenaniganry that we're going to be walking upon.
Yeah, so you detect magic. Widget and the others, while you're standing there and casting detect magic, you guys can hear something hisses a little bit. It's low and draconic sounding, and it's just kind of over here. Like there are crenellations, embattlements that you could sort of see through a little bit, and there is another like bridge here, and there's something just over there. You thought you saw a little bit of movement. Your noise kind of seems like it triggered it. It doesn't continue to hiss. It just made a hiss when you started casting your spell. Yeah, there is another door. This one doesn't have any gaps in it, and it looks like an iron door. It does have some magic on it. Give me a spellcraft check.
Okay. was singing Lion King song. 25. Oh.
Okay. It has an arcane lock, as well as an alarm spell.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
It's a metal door with a lock.
Yeah, I was looking at my disabled device because Cog, but
Mm-hmm.
no.
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 All right.
Let me try this here. Oh, I fucked up.
So I'm just weighing my options.
Okay, so quick question, Marty. Here is fuck. Yeah, here is a ledge. Right? Here's a ledge, and how far is this floor above this, below this? What's this drop?
1 story?
Excuse me. Is there any windows or anything like that are here, like any arrow slits or whatever?
On this side, no. I can show you a little bit more of the...
Well, I'm just thinking with the freedom of movement and...
This is a crenellation, right?
Yep.
And we can see across here?
You can see across there, there's something that's lying down that made a draconic hiss. It's maybe large. It's not looking at you, but you heard it shift and move. Maybe it was sleeping.
I think Widget will attempt to dispel the alarm spell.
Okay.
Cog's like...
See how this goes.
Okay, it's a 10th level caster.
Okay. Just checking my... No, abjuration is not on the poo-poo list. Right, so 1d20 plus 15. 17th level magic.
Okay. You managed to get rid of the alarm spell.
So if we're going quickly, I can just knock.
He's doing fine. That's which he says to Brennos about Widget.
Yeah, but I'm kind of out of... Not great at this. I'm doing all right. I'm just checking to see if I got any more knocks left, or ways to do it. Brennos is going to cast a silence.
Okay. Can't hear anything.
Okay. Brennos is going to bash the door in.
Okay. Iron door. Are you just going to bash it open with strength, or are you going to...
I'm going to cleave through it with an adamantine axe.
Nice.
Yeah, you're fucking doing this, I guess. Just going in.
Yeah, an iron door has hardness 10, 60 hit points.
Okay, 4 seconds later, the door's gone.
You bash the door in, it falls down silently. Its lock all twisted and broken. And
Okay.
you basically have a screwed up door here. Yeah, you can see a small circular room that surrounds a a spiral staircase made out of beautiful worn mahogany or hardwoods. Let me just take a look here. The staircase leads up or down? Looks like it leads down.
Yeah, like that looks like it's...
There are some magical lights maybe down there that are kind of like a little bit of blue and green light for some reasons coming up the stairwell. And there are a number of doors that line the room.
Okay, any of these doors radiating magic?
Alright, so Widget scrambles into the room and concentrates. Yes, you're picking up abjurations on the doors, like they might be paranoid. There is an arcane lock on Resmir's room. There is an arcane lock on the door that is directly to the south.
Here.
And there's an arcane lock on the door that Varos told you to stay out of. The other two do not have arcane locks.
Okay.
There is another alarm spell on Resmir's door. And there is even a glyph of warding on Resmir's door.
All right.
Warp wood would be wonderful here.
Yeah, well, the druid's at home. Druid is playing friggin' the guy who's like spying at Peeping Tom. That's what the druid is doing.
Sonny's gonna always be like this now.
Okay, so Widget, it took you a few rounds, we'll say, like, to kind of pick up the magic.
Okay.
It's like 3 concentration, so you pick up basically 6 rounds of standing there scanning.
Okay.
I don't know.
Comes with them.
Plus 1 round of door destruction is 7 rounds into the silence.
Silence?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Brennos is basically once the this door is the one where we think we were told not to go by the guy who's got the phylactery.
Yep.
So whenever this one gets okayed as okay to go, we're gonna go and hello. We're gonna hello Johnny. Here's Johnny that door.
Did we get a good hope, by the way?
Nope.
Okay.
Our Barnabas was sleeping.
Hold on, Cog is coming right next to you. Thank you.
Okay. It takes
Here's Johnny.
it takes all of 1 round of swinging to bring that door into splinters. And yeah, Varos is awake. He is praying before an idol of Tiamat. It's like a dragon's. It's like a giant skull that is placed upon an altar. He's there. As he turns and looks towards the exploding door that he feels against his back, he looks very surprised.
We can't see the...
We're waiting for that to be. Hey, buddy. How you doing, buddy?
So you start the quiet bashing the door in. Yep. I think I'm gonna roll initiative at this point. Well, Brennos surprised him. So let's back up here. There's a surprise. It's bad for him. Very bad. Okay. Let me roll initiative, and then I thought you were attacking Resmir. Just give me a second. Players.
The thing is, it's the whole like we changed our mind. We've altered the deal.
We're like, let's do this guy right now.
Well, it came down to like, oh, he's got an
Cool.
alarm spell. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, you know.
That's some cool shit right there.
All right.
Well,
It's pretty cold.
We don't know if Resmir's in there.
Yeah, this is all a wooden door right here, right?
Yeah, we can.
That's like this is a wooden wall.
All right, Slake's not here. Brennos is. Eamon's not here. Cog is. Barnabas is not here. Widget is. Thogrim's not here. Sunny is watching.
Sounds like a
Amadeus
creepy
and
creeper.
Agony. Yep. All right, and then I'm just going to add a few other things to the initiative list because Rezmir is nearby. There are some cultists. There are some cultists. There are some winged kobolds. There is the captain.